my black screen. It's still there. I really have to figure something out for this. There has to be a time in my life where I actually
Dude,
like.
I like it, man. I like it. It's like your trademark. You know, it's like
It's how I
it's
it's
a
how I
Jack and
feel on the
Brendan
inside,
podcast.
man.
You know, it's a Jack and Brendan podcast when the entire screen is black and we're just little tiny screens in the corner.
That's like our thing. You just gotta have the all black box. That's it, dude. It's what people want to see. They don't want to see all that flash shit.
They don't want to see anything at all, so why don't we just keep the whole screen black? Perfect.
So let's talk about the title of this stream, man. So what's going on with the world? Talk about this.
Well, what's going on with me, man? I've been coughing all day. I'll tell you, I was surprised. I looked at the symptoms because I was kind of scared when I woke up, like ill.
Are you
I was
infected?
like, oh no.
Are you infected?
I hope not. Like,
There's a possibility you might be
imagine.
infected.
No, there's a possibility. I imagine I just have like some sort of flu because I've not coughed for a while. It was kind of bad this morning. I woke up, I was like,
some sort of,
yeah. I would hope that it's just like a normal sort of cough, flu type thing.
It kind of takes like a couple days to kick in. I think like it doesn't show.
Yeah,
like,
I was watching
from like a week to 2 weeks in or some shit.
I was watching this video, this like old couple, talking about their like experience with it, and this guy said, "Oh yeah, first day I was feeling, I wasn't feeling ill, but then 2 days later I walked across a hallway downhill, and I was getting out of breath, and I couldn't feel the air. Or like he said, he couldn't feel the air coming into his mouth because he had a surgical mask on, and he took the mask off and he still couldn't breathe." So it like hits you all at once by the sounds of it. So if I wake up tomorrow and I can't breathe, then we'll know what it is.
I'm gonna text you tomorrow morning and be like, "What's up, man?"
I text you back like I've not been able to breathe in the last 4 hours.
You're gonna text me back saying like, "Yeah, I'm at the hospital." Dude,
that's what you said when I talked to you in like a month. I was like, "Where have you been?" You're like, "Oh, I've been at a psych.
I've been in a psych ward. I've been in a psych hospital."
Yeah. That's what I was surprised at when I looked up the symptoms because obviously I was a little bit concerned. So I looked up like coronavirus symptoms, and it literally was just coughs and fever, and that was the only two things that I felt. So at that point, I was just like, right, okay.
Dude, Google. Whenever you're like sick and you look up your symptoms, they tell you like you have like fucking cancer, or like some ridiculous shit. It's always the worst possible thing first that Google recommends.
Yeah, Google, I've got a mild cough. What is it? Oh, you've got full-blown coronavirus. You're gonna die. Unlucky.
You can be like, my head hurts really bad. What does that mean? Yeah, you have stage 4 brain cancer. Like, you're gonna die in a week. Like all right.
Oh yeah, so my hands feel quite cold. Yeah, you've got kidney failure, liver failure.
So it's yeah. This is I guess this is a crisis though, dude. I can't. I went to go get. My friend Nick just said Coronacast. You loving the name, Nick? Perfect, dude. It's beautiful. Still waiting for my Xbox to turn on, by the way. My Xbox is not turning on.
Do what? Maybe it's got the coronavirus.
Yup. My Xbox is infected. Like that's it.
Dude.
But people were like, "But what?" Like I was confused about toilet paper, but I guess the reason.
Yeah, that's really.
So I guess I don't know. This is just something I heard. I guess like why people are panic buying all the toilet paper because like I guess there's like a mass toilet paper distributor in China, and they're not really like shipping anything out right now. So there's going to be a like shortage of it for a while. I guess.
I thought it was just because if you have symptoms, then they put you under quarantine, right? And if you can't go to the shop for a certain amount of time, you'll want like toilet paper and that kind of thing to last you. I guess if you can't go to the shop
people were just
anymore.
trying to like fucking mummify themselves with all this toilet paper
to protect themselves. It's so weird though. Like you go to the shops, the entire I went earlier, the entire like aisle full of toilet roll is just gone.
It's
like there's
gone,
nothing
dude.
there.
Everything is just wiped the fuck out.
It looks like a fresh, out the box IKEA shelf that someone's just constructed. There's nothing on it at all. Nothing. And you go to the hand sanitizer aisles, you go to the pasta. There's no dry food, like all the pasta and spaghetti.
All the canned food too, and stuff like that.
Yeah, no beans. You want some beans? You can't have any. It's ridiculous.
I would stock up if there was ever like a true apocalypse or like a true pandemic. I would stock up on like beef jerky. That shit lasts forever, and it's like protein.
Dude, yeah, no, well, anything dry, really.
Yeah,
You know,
anything.
they got like
You eat dry foods, I think too.
like bottles and bottles of honey and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think honey goes off. Don't know how I feel about just like getting a bottle of honey and just going with it.
You
Like,
just start like you literally just drink it out of the bottle, or you just dip everything in it.
that's fucking gross. I think the worst thing about this whole pandemic, I feel, is the fact that every single event, like throughout the world, is being
It's just
cancelled.
there's nothing to watch on TV. There's
There's
nothing to
nothing
do.
to watch. There's nothing to go to. Like I have a bunch of like university events and things that go on throughout the year. They've cancelled everything from now.
Everything, dude, is just
Yeah,
shut down here.
everything like organised by the university. All my lectures are like done. I can't go in for anything like that. They're doing it online, like online or something. They're doing live stream lectures, which I didn't know. I didn't know was a thing.
We should
Like
just
they're gonna be on Twitch or something. But like, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Mathematics One. All right, today we're gonna be doing multivariable calculus.
Oh, dude, I would not. I wouldn't be able to do that. I would just lose my fucking.
Be sure
patience.
to subscribe to the channel. If you
Make sure to follow and turn on post notifications so you can always make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure.
It's so frustrating. I've got a ticket. You know, I'm coming to America later this year.
Yeah.
Right, that is the most nerve-wracking thing because I've already spent money on the ticket. I've already got my visa, and we're
Mhm.
very close to like sorting out the accommodation, like housing and all that. So if it gets cancelled, I'm gonna lose so much money just based on how much I've done. Even with travel insurance,
Oh.
it's not gonna pay for everything I've done.
Oh. Ow.
Yeah, and
So
the thing,
hopefully that goes well for you. I would.
well, I mean, fingers crossed. The thing is, Trump's travel ban has extended to the UK
Mhm.
now.
All of Europe as well.
He's just a beast. No, he probably had some tea that morning and it was too hot and it burnt his tongue. He's like, right, right, it's just fuck those British. Let's get him out.
Yeah. Dude, he definitely like burnt his mouth on some tea. No,
Dude,
no
this was the
doubt.
only country that you're going to be allowed to go to from the US anymore is Vietnam. Get some of that Viet Cong dong.
Viet Cong dong. I call it Viet Cong currency. I still feel awful.
Viet Cong.
That's like. That's dude. I just can't believe like there's no food in grocery stores where I live.
Yeah,
This is
no, it's because like they open and you have like, oh, dude, no, I was on Twitter earlier and I saw like a video that Brian Scott retweeted. That's why I saw it.
Oh yeah.
Dude, but no, it was this. Let me see if I can find it. I'll send it to you. It was this video of like a bunch of people at a store, and it was like as the store opened, and they all rushed in. You know, like zombies when you're on round fucking 80, and they all just come in at once, like a huge crowd. You know, wait, I'm gonna find it.
They all just come out at one time. You're just fucked. There's no way of like. That's insane.
Dude, wait, what the fuck? Yeah, but Brian Scott follows me. I didn't even know that.
Damn, you're
Wild.
famous,
All right,
dog.
hell yeah, dude. Jeez. All right, let me. All right, yeah, found it. No, send it to you real quick.
Let me see this.
I've got to like remind myself to edit this like over the screen. You'll see it playing right there in the middle of the screen.
It's
Right,
literally
no,
on
if
screen.
I remember, if I forget to edit that in, then I forget to edit it in.
Alright, let's do
Editing
this.
these, I don't watch the whole thing back. I just
Alright,
fucking
let
slap
me see this.
the face cams and everything on, so I may forget. But I'll try.
Holy shit! Dude, what? Holy fuck.
It's ridiculous. There's like signs at the shop when I went there earlier. Like on the shelves. The shelves are empty, but obviously, like when there were items there was signs that said limited 5 items per customer.
Yeah.
Like there's
Nobody,
there's no way.
nobody listens to those
No one
limits.
listens to that. No, because the people working there, they don't care. They just work at, I don't know, Walmart or Tesco or wherever.
They're just there to be there.
That doesn't make a difference to them, yeah. So they're not going to like enforce it unless they're really dedicated to the job. And like my experience with working in customer
Retail,
service,
it's just they don't.
no,
No one gives a shit.
No one cares because like at the end of the day, it's not going to be them who's paying the price if they don't.
Just
you know,
nobody gives a
meet these
shit.
standards. Yeah, no
Nobody
one
gives.
cares except for the people who come in 5 minutes after the store opens to find the entire shelves just derelict of everything. Like this.
We in America. I already told you this, but I'm just gonna tell the stream. In America, we have Costco. It's like a warehouse buy in bulk store. We also have like Sam's Club and BJ's, which are like wholesale kind of like places you can go to just buy in bulk. Bro, I
Mhm.
went there. It's literally just a massive warehouse, like a massive, just ginormous warehouse of everything you could possibly think of in bulk. So I went to go get water. Tell me how a wholesale distributor store is sold out of toilet paper, water, and like Lysol wipes. At the
See, when
world,
you tell me that, the thing that surprised me is the water, because
hmm
you have taps, you have a tap. Why do you need to buy that much water?
you have tap water.
You could go to your kitchen and just go. "Tsh," and then you don't need all this bottled water.
Just turn on your fucking sink. Like it's not that
I think
hard.
the thing about panic buying is even if the reason that people are buying it, or like even if the reason that the first few people are buying it is ridiculous, like whether they think they're gonna, need it, I guess, or anything.
Yeah,
The reason that it like flies off the shelves is because people hear about it, people panic buying it, and they're like, "Oh, I need to go get some before it's off the shelves." So then they kind of buy into the panic buying.
everybody just buys into the panic buying.
Dude, I have one roll of toilet paper left. I need to I need to be
I had to
careful.
I had to take count. I think I have like 5 or 6 left. I think we're still good for a little bit.
I'm not, man. I'm gonna need to get like kitchen roll on like newspaper or something.
Newspaper or some paper towels.
Dude, oh, I saw this great story. There's an Australian newspaper that had 8 blank pages at the back as backup toilet paper.
The backup toilet paper.
Dude, they're beasts in Australia.
Looking out for people, man.
Yeah, dude, the
Is it even?
forest fires ended just in time for people to be getting
Are
wiped
they
out.
over?
Yeah, there was an article or something like recently that everything's all like done with now. All the fires are gone.
Took forever though. So much shit died.
Dude, no, do you know what our Oh, I was talking to my friend about this earlier. Our government has decided that the best way to combat coronavirus is to get herd immunity. And the way to do that is to infect 60% of the population with coronavirus. And I don't know how it works. I don't know the science behind it, but it just sounds so stupid. In order to eradicate coronavirus, we are going to give you all coronavirus.
Yeah,
And I don't know if that means that
that's
they're just going to end up killing all the people who are vulnerable to it. And yeah, it will stop killing people when all the people who will die from it are dead. But
but people are still gonna die regardless. How
you
about
know,
just
they're just wiping out the poor and feeble.
how about just like how about a
That's what we're like right
vaccination
now.
first? Canada already has one, I guess, but apparently it takes like 6 weeks to test.
Oh
Great.
yeah, no, they don't know if it's working yet. That's the thing. They only just found a vaccine for Ebola like the other week, literally, and that was like, to be fair, that wasn't as much of a pandemic. So I would imagine that it would take less time to get a vaccine for this.
You know what's weird? I saw something on Twitter too. It was just like a picture where I actually just knew this because I'm pretty good with science. It's every like 100 years we get hit with like a pandemic or plague. 1820 we had the yellow fever, and then in 1920 we had the influenza outbreak that killed like 50
Yeah,
million people across the world.
was that the Spanish flu? Was that the same thing?
I think that yeah, I believe those. It's also
Yeah,
known as Spanish flu. It just killed so many fucking people, and then now we got the coronavirus. 2020, 100 years
it's so
later.
weird. Again, it doesn't even seem like that much of a big deal, but it's just the way that it's like getting the entire world to grind to a halt. It's kind of like that's the scary part, I think.
No, I think the scary part is for people that are gonna live in the future. Cause dude, in like 2120, I think like the viruses are gonna be bigger than people. They're just gonna walk around fucking. They're just gonna. They're just gonna bully the fuck out of people.
You're gonna walk outside. There's just gonna be a big 7 foot tall bacteria. It's gonna be like, yeah, what's up, bitch? What do you mean? What the fuck are you on about?
Bro, because they're gonna evolve over time, and they're gonna get tired of kicking the shit out of you on the inside, so they're eventually gonna want to just be able to kick the shit out of you on the
Yeah,
outside too.
but like, right, boys, we've had our fun on the inside of it's time to grow 400 times our size.
I'm tired of these white blood cells always coming after us, man. It's time to fucking exit. Exit hour.
Yeah, it's time to evict. Let's go.
No, I was talking about something messed
It is
up. I don't even know why I thought about this because someone's gonna watch this stream and catch some really good ideas off of this. But like, what happens if someone makes like a biochem weapon with Corona and Ebola, so it like spreads as quick as coronavirus does,
Oh,
but Ebola is super lethal and like kills. It has
see,
like a
that's the thing. That's the thing, though. The fact that Corona's not that lethal is the reason why it's spreading so much. Because
mm-hmm,
people aren't dying quick enough to like stop it from going around.
mm-hmm.
The thing about Ebola is like you can't spread it if you're dead. Well, you can, but you can't go around. Like touch a bunch of people on public transport and shit.
True.
Ebola was scary, man. Didn't you like bleed from your eyes or something?
Oh yeah, you
So
bleed
it's,
out.
it's
You
like a
bleed. It's still a thing in Africa.
yeah,
Like you bleed out your orifices. So
yeah.
like
It's
your
like something.
eyes comes
It's
out of
like
your.
something. It's like that's like a screamer you'd see on 2006 YouTube. You'd go on you go on a video and be like, oh, I know, like new world record or something, and it would like clickbait you, and then you click on it, and just fucking scary face would pop up with blood out the eyes and like
Oh yeah,
screamo hair, like, all that kind of shit.
I hated that shit.
Oh mate, that shit gave me nightmares when I was little.
Oh dude, it gave me fucking big nightmares.
Those were the days.
Back when we were like fucking 7 years old, just getting nightmares just because we saw some
Yeah,
scary shit.
just being stupid kids, not knowing what the hell's going on in the world, like at all. Just trying to vibe, watching some YouTube, and like some of this creepy looking girl from The Exorcist comes up with an enormous scream in the background, scares the shit out of you for the next 4 months. Oh, dude, no, I wanted to talk about. Oh, do you remember that I mentioned my street fight?
Oh yeah, you got popped in the mouth.
I did. I'm all right now. Like everything's healed. It's been a while, just in time for me to contract the coronavirus.
Yeah, maybe that's why it
But,
happened.
Oh yeah, man, he was one of the life-size viruses.
Yep, it's a walking fucking virus.
That was so much. I heard you didn't wash your hands last night.
Because if you did, we're gonna have some problems.
I'd washed my hands before he came in. Now, let me tell you the story. It was so weird. So I'm walking to the cinema. All right. I'm planning on having a pretty good day. It's Sunday, right? It's like 3 p.m., middle of the day. I'm in this big like town center area
Yeah,
where there's loads of people around. And this random guy is just standing there going, like, he's strutting his stuff. He's clearly spiced up on something. He's snorted
fucked
something.
up.
before
He's
coming
fucked.
out.
He's fucked up.
He's fucked up. He's had something. And he's just vibing, really. He's, strutting his stuff, going side to side. And I'm trying to walk past him. And then he walks in front of me. And I'm thinking, right, well, I'm going to go ahead and walk around him. Like, I don't want any part of this. And he kept, like, stepping in front of me to try and stop me from getting where I was going. So at this point, I'm just like, right,
Oh boy.
I don't like where this is going. So I was like, excuse me, mate. And then he got his foot up and he just kicked me in the leg.
Oh, what a dick!
And at this point, I'm thinking, what the hell? So I was looking at my headphones. I took my headphones off. I mean, what are you doing? And he looks at me and he goes, do you want to stop? Do you want to stop? It's kind of strange because like he is the one who started.
Yeah, he's kind of the one who just kicked you in the fucking leg, you know?
Yeah, you're kind of the one who just stopped me from going where I want to go and kicked me in the shin for no reason. So then he comes up to me and he does a bunch of like feint punches. He comes up to me and goes like trying to make me flinch and stuff, and I flinch because he's trying to punch.
Yeah, because he's trying to punch you in the face.
Like, yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? And then like he flinched like 5 times, so I'm just like, right, he's not gonna hit me. Like I'm just gonna walk away. But then he actually hit me.
And then he just actually just came up on you and hit you.
He actually just like, yeah.
What a prick.
And look, yeah. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but he luckily didn't like catch me that well, so it didn't like
hurt.
No, it wasn't anyway like knocking me out or anything, but it still hurt. Like, the guy's pretty much split my lip open. So I just looked at him like, all right. What
a little bitch.
He swung again, and I managed to block the second one and hit him back in the nose. And at that point, he
was just like,
yeah,
nope.
He seemed to think that he'd found himself a living punching bag. But
no.
Soup's Jack. That's not quite the case.
It's not quite the case here.
So then he walks away.
Okay.
And me being the law-abiding citizen I am, I get my phone out to snitch.
Oh, you snitched so fast. I remember you told me like, yeah, bro, I snitched.
Dude, I hit him back, all right, and then instantly just go, right, Police, please. And he, at that point, this guy's like starts running away. And now there's two reasons why he might have run away. One was because I called the police. All right. But
Two, because you called the
two was
police.
because I no. Two was because I hit him back and he got scared. Right. And that's what I'm gonna say is why he ran away. He ran away
Oh
because he
yeah,
got scared.
okay,
Uh,
okay.
he was too frightened of what might come next if he kept badgering me.
Yeah, the fucking police. They're gonna fucking tackle
Yeah.
his ass on the ground, put him in cuffs.
Dude, this guy was wearing like the most tacky clothes as well. Like I could tell he wasn't in the greatest place in his life. So I'm not too bothered now. I just
But yeah, he
I tell you
definitely
what,
ran away just because you were like, because you had him trembling in fear. That's why.
yeah. Well, that's the weird thing though, because I wasn't like he wasn't like a massive guy or anything. He was like 5'8" or something. Like I was taller than him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about the I'm skinny, but he was skinny as well. We had the same body type. It wasn't like he was picking on someone smaller than him. So that was like why I was confused. But if you're gonna pick on anyone, why would you pick me? But then I thought because no one around me, there was loads of people, no one around me stopped to help or stopped to ask me if I was alright. Hundreds of
Because
people, probably. Yeah, exactly. And I'm wondering if he'd like picked on someone smaller or like a woman or something or like a girl.
oh, dude,
Would
if you picked
public
on a girl,
would the
I
public
think every dude
have
in
stopped?
public would just jump in. That's how.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Because that's like why I was a bit conflicted. Because afterwards, I had like a little bit of time to reflect on everything, and I was just thinking, right, this type of thing happens. Some guy was just spiced up on,
Some
I
fucking
don't know, like
cocaine.
some fucking cocaine, a little bit of little bit of this, a little bit of speed, maybe, a little bit of laced with fentanyl, heroin, perhaps, anything. But that kind of thing happens. But I was more surprised at how like the public just did nothing at all. They're just like, yo, that I'm still like young. I'm 19. It's like, oh, this young guy is getting attacked. Let's walk past and not do anything. So, but I don't know because you never know until you're in that kind of situation. I would say I would like to think if I saw something like that happen, I would go in. But you never know until it actually happens.
I would step in some sense. I would be like, all right, like who the fuck are you? Just jump in
Mm,
this random ass dude.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Everyone, I think, who didn't do anything would probably, if you asked them, say, "Oh yeah, if that happened, I would step in and help." But I was talking to someone else about this, and he said that it's human nature to not want to step in and fight, like when you don't have to, because it's like survival instinct or something. It's like we're supposed to be like beyond that. We're supposed to be a higher form of being than like the animals,
Then
but
like
clearly
a
not. Clearly, because yeah, people are just looking out for their own survival.
clearly fucking not, dude. Not out here.
Mm.
I mean, I believe in the fight or die, or it's like survival instinct.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
firmly
I
believe in
will
that
say,
because, like, if I'm ever,
yeah, go on.
it's either my life or yours, and 100% of the time, I'm gonna choose yours over mine. I wanna live. I don't wanna die at like 20.
I will say it was fun, like to an extent. I did enjoy finally because I've trained Taekwondo just mostly for the enjoyment of the sport. Like it's a martial art for all those listening who may not know.
Yeah, no, I know
But
Taekwondo is.
yeah. So I've been doing that since I was like 6, 5 or 6 ish, and I've
Oh,
never used it in real life, like ever. Apart from okay, one time a party, someone started on me, and I got I brought my knee up to stop him
oh,
from like stepping to stop him from stepping to me. But I don't really count that. So this is like the first time I've actually
use a
used it.
move.
I say, yeah. So I mean, the move was a very simple. Use my arm to stop him from hitting me, kind of block, and then like punch him back. But at the same time, it was kind of cool to actually finally be able to use the stuff that I've been doing my whole life as a
In like
sport,
an actual
essentially.
situation, like
In an
it
actual
made
situation, yeah, because there's two main aspects to it. One is competing in competitions, and one is learning to defend yourself in a real life situation. And it's strange. Oh
yeah,
no, I'll tell you one thing. When we do like knife defense and things like that, and
yeah.
gun defense, and
Mhm.
they say if some it's good advice, but it's quite funny to listen to. They say that if someone has a knife on you, just give them what they want and run. that's
Fuck
that's
no.
taekwondo. That's the taekwondo way. And
That-
we do like, if they do like get the knife and like try and shank you, then we do like
oh, you're
murder.
breaking your arm.
Yeah, like first plan of action is just give them what they want and fuck off. Especially
Nope.
if it's like a gun or something. We don't do gun defense as much though because
Oh yeah, when they have a gun, don't fuck around with a gun. Never,
yeah.
never go against someone with a gun if they're robbing you.
Well, no one has guns here. No one has the experience. Oh, no, I got freaked out. Right, I've never seen like real guns ever. And I went to
Mm-hmm.
Spain once a few years ago when I was like 14,
Mm-hmm.
and these armed there was these armed guards like because like we went to visit a place where this I don't remember what it was. It was like some kind of government official or something, like close to the
Something
I
important.
don't know what they have like president. Yes, something important. They had a bunch of armed guards, and I bumped into a guy with a fucking enormous AR-15. And I was just like, right,
Look,
this is where I die. This is where it's the end of my life.
I don't want
It was
no
so
smoke.
freaky. Because I've never seen anything like that before, apart from like in Modern Warfare and shit like that. Like
I fired up.
to
I fired up.
see a real gun. This big scary guy. I'm 14. I'm like 5 foot tall. This big scary guy with a fucking massive gun. I bumped into him. I've annoyed him. All right, and I'm thinking I'm gonna die. Obviously, like nothing happened, but
Yeah,
it was kind of like surreal. Worst you see here is like you get into a tussle with someone who thinks they're on. They'll get
as a
their kitchen
knife,
knife out. Yeah, they'll get the fucking butter knife out and threaten to spread some marmalade on your chest or something. I don't know.
bro. That shit happened in
Don't know what I'm
America.
planning on doing with that.
Someone tried to come at somebody in America with a knife that was carrying.
You said this before, yeah.
You're getting lit up. Turning
Oh, do
into
you know that?
target practice.
Do you know that gun girl? Came
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah,
doing
yeah.
the rounds of
The
social
one who
media.
like shit herself. She
Yeah,
was drunk.
yeah. She is the most like that. That is the most obnoxious thing that she's like. So obviously, there's a lot of things that you could complain about her for, but the one thing I saw this clip of her, like she put a microphone to this visibly, heavier girl and said to her, um, and like the girl she was talking to said, "No, I don't want to talk to you. Go away." And then she said, "Oh yeah, fair enough. You might eat the microphone." And then she goes like, understandably, this girl that she's talking to turns around and goes, "What the fuck did you just say?" And then she goes, "I'm carrying, by the way. I'd like to remind you, I'm carrying." So
Oh.
she's essentially one like I don't know, is it fat shame? Yeah, it's fat shaming, isn't it? She's fat shamed this girl and then gone, "Oh, by the way, I can kill you if
Oh,
I
by
want
the
to."
way, I have the fucking human right to shoot you in the fucking
It's
forehead.
so. It's like you get away with this because you got the right to carry guns. Like,
Yeah, pretty much,
she's not.
dude.
She is insinuating, I will kill you if you do anything."
She's literally saying, "I will murder you if you do
Yeah,
anything."
because you're not even allowed to carry a knife. Like, you're not allowed to. If you get caught with a knife by a policeman in like London or something, you're away for years.
Really?
Because knife crime's so bad because the criminals and shit who want to like people who want to harm people, they've got no other option. They just need to have a switchblade or a knife. So carrying a knife is a really really bad offence here. I think I'll have a look at like the exact amount, but you go away for
Literally, dude, you just carry a pocket knife around you all the time in here that nobody cares.
4 years in prison. Yeah,
Ridiculous for just a knife? That's crazy. People in America get charged with like firearm possession of
okay,
a
yeah, no,
firearm as a felon. They get like 1 to 2 years.
really,
Yeah, dude. People who have
fucking hell.
drug dealers go pretty much to jail longer than people with guns do, essentially.
That surprises me because there's a bunch of like they're really strict about it. It's like regulations
Yeah.
and shit on like how long your knife can be.
How
Okay,
many
so
inches?
it's
How many
illegal.
inches?
Okay, let me see. It's illegal to sell a knife to anyone under 18 unless it's under 3 inches long. Okay.
Okay.
Ban knives. Okay, so these are ban knives. So butterfly knives. So the knives you get in CS:GO are banned.
Literally. Okay. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Disguised knives. Okay, so like knives that don't look like knives. Flick knives. Oh shit! I didn't know that. Switchblades are banned.
Are they?
Every switchblade is banned. I didn't know that. That's weird. No, I'll tell you something. I was it was a different trip. I was like maybe 13, 12 or 13, on a school trip to France. And I
Oh.
wanted to buy like souvenirs and gifts for my parents because I had a bit of spending money. And so I got my dad this like jewelry box, I guess. And it had inside it had like a watch and like what I thought was an ornament. Like it looked like a little because there's this big box of like silver stuff. There's a watch, there was a lighter, which was still kind of like weird, but like that's okay. And then there was this like
Yeah.
little ornament looking thing. I got home, opened it up, I handed it to him, and he goes, "No, wait, we need to get rid of this, Jack. We need to get rid of this." And and I was like, "Why?" And he goes, "Because this is a switchblade." I'd accidentally smuggled I accidentally smuggled a switch to this country when I was 13.
Oops. It's a 4-year offense, just casually.
I don't
Oh, it
think
was a
no,
switchblade?
you wouldn't get 4 year you wouldn't get 4. You would probably get like fined or something, and you'd have
Yeah,
to give it up.
you'd get fined. I have to give it up.
Mm, mm. Let's see what else is banned. Knuckle dusters are banned. Oh, I've got a story about knuckle dusters. It's not long. My at my old school, uh, there was like beef between schools or something,
Yeah.
and one of the one of the other schools, like this little, well, I say gang, they were like fucking 13, but there was about 4 kids who came onto our like school grounds,
Mm-hmm.
and like they sat there like looking intimidated with their fucking BMXs and the big dark coats and their hands in their pockets, hoods up, headphones on top of the hoods, all that shit. And
Mm-hmm.
they were just waiting like directly outside our school grounds, because they had beef with like one of the groups of people at our school. But anyway, our teacher goes up to them. That were not. He's like our deputy head at the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's like vice principal, and he he asked them to leave campus, and this 13-year-old. I don't know exactly what happened, but it was in the news. Like I can tell you for a fact that it like this did happen. I don't know the exact details, but he got his fucking
You got
knuckle
stabbed.
dusters out his pocket. He got his knuckle dusters out his pocket and called our vice principal a faggot and decked him right in the jaw with these knuckle dusters.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so this guy, he done bits. To be fair, the guy fought off these fucking hooligans. He got him to fuck off. But
Ah,
afterwards, he did beg a little bit off the news and everything. He talked to the news like about 80 times the next 2 weeks. But those kids, like, I don't know if they got put away, but I know because the news article said they got like, what was it, probation when they keep a close eye on you. They
yeah.
got that until they were 18, so that's 5 years. Just
Oh.
for, to be fair, they did assault him, but like
Oh yeah.
having the actual knuckle dusters. So like punching someone would not give you 5 years of probation, right?
Probate. No, not
Having
in America.
knuckle dusters severely increased that.
Yeah. They're pretty much just like brass knuckles.
Yeah, that's exactly that. It's like Galva knuckles from fucking Black Ops.
Black Ops 2 just going up.
Dude, those were the days, man. One hit kill on zombies until round 17.
I still have Black Ops 2 downloaded on my Xbox. I still have so many older Call of Duties downloaded.
Dude, those were the fucking days. Mate, Black Ops 2 Zombies was so good. Ah, remember getting home from like year 8, I was 13 years old, and just vibing on Buried or something.
Yeah, I
Mob
love
of the Dead.
Buried. I have Buried, Mob of the Dead. I have all of
Dude,
them.
me and my friends were a bunch of retarded children, so we didn't know how to do the Easter eggs properly. We'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get the plane on Mob of the Dead this time." We just never,
Never got it. Never got it. Just kept dying.
Yeah. No, because I wasn't good enough at training. I'd just run into the zombies and be like, "Why? Why they hit?"
Literally, one of my friends, his name's Chris. He just knows every single Easter egg for every single zombies
Shout out,
map.
Chris.
And
They're getting crazy now, aren't they?
they're getting
Like the Easter
batshit
eggs.
insane. They're getting crazy, and he remembers each one of them just so well. Like I'll play with him and be like, "Can you give me this achievement?" He's like, "Yeah, give me 15 minutes." I'm like, "Okay."
Dude, yeah, no, I remember like, oh, was it Black Ops? In Black Ops 1, there was like the Kino, oh, was it Kino de Toten Easter egg?
Yep.
The entire thing, like, you could do like, pretty easily
And
within
like 45
4.
minutes. Yeah, and like 30
Yeah,
minutes,
yeah,
45
like,
minutes.
and the one on Moon as well blew up Earth. That one, like, little harder, but you could do it in like an hour or two with a bunch
Yeah,
of friends.
easily.
These new fucking, oh, what was it? It was like Shadows of Evil. All right, the entire
Oh
Easter egg on
yeah,
that.
that
I
map is
saw a tutorial, mate,
crazy.
a tutorial on that. The tutorial was like 4 hours long on how to do the whole Easter egg. So insane. Like
Bro,
the lore as well is ridiculous. Like the people who play this are so dedicated.
I want to play Black Ops. I have every single map on Black Ops 3 Zombies downloaded. I would fire that shit up right now and play. I love Black Ops 3 Zombies. It's so fast paced. It's
Mm.
stupid. They have like all the reskins of the maps, like 50. I was just like, fuck it, I gotta have this just to see what it's like. And only map I don't have on Black Ops 3 is the remake of Derice. I love Derice. That was one of my honestly, it's probably my number one favorite zombie mode.
Oh yeah.
I remember I would get home from a long ass day of school, hop on Xbox, hit up my boys, be like, "You guys want to camp on the catwalk?" Everyone, everyone, everyone was like, "Yeah, let's do this." We'd all
Dude,
get
I used
up.
to love
Oh,
zombies mostly because I was shit at multiplayer. I had a KD of like 0.9. Perhaps.
that's not bad.
If I got to be fair, yeah, for a little retarded child, maybe, yeah, pretty okay. Oh no, I'll tell you one thing. I hit 1 at one point, and I was so happy. I fucking bragged to all my friends the next day. I was like, I finally hit a 1 KD, guys. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Bro,
I finally killed more people
I
than you killed
was,
me by like 1.
my best multiplayer Call of Duty, I think, for me was, I think Black Ops 2, I'm gonna say, in terms of like statistics.
Dude, you were like top.
I was, dude,
500
for week,
something
no,
like
for
that.
no, for weekly play, like, I'd say like 6 to 8 weeks. I was number one for like domination and hardpoint based on like score per minute.
Fucking hell.
I had a ground war game where,
Did you ever get off the game? Like, oh my god.
oh no, dude, I was a freak. I hit a master prestige in like 5 days.
Did I boosted in Modern Warfare 3 and lost my prestiges? Like, it's
Oh, you got caught. You got caught
worst day
boosted.
of my life. Yeah, nah, okay. I'll tell you the story. Ah, it was so annoying. So this random guy starts playing with me and my friends. Like we just met him in a lobby, and he was kind of sound. We invited him to a party. Like he was pretty, you know, he was fun to talk to. He was like
Yeah,
our age.
yeah, yeah.
So we played games with him, and then one day he's just like, "Yo, guys, do you want to start boosting?" And I was just like, "Wait,
Oh
what's
god.
that?" I didn't know at the time. He goes, "Oh, it's easy. Let's do it." And so we start going on like free for all and camping in the corners and getting like Moabs and shit. And I played with him one time, all right, and he's like, "Oh, I'll do it first, yeah." And so I was like, "Oh, okay." So he killed me a bunch of times, like, and we obviously boosted him. And he gets a Moab, and then he's like, "No, I didn't do it properly. I got to do it again." And then I didn't understand, so he got it like 5 times, and eventually I catch on. He's taking the mic, and I'm like, "Mate, let me do it."
Yeah.
And so
He probably
so
ditched you.
finally, I've never got a Moab before. Obviously, I'm nowhere near good enough to do that. My highest kill streak was like 10, like ever. And so I'm sitting there killing him. I'm on 23 kills,
He shoots you.
and then no, and then my game disconnects, and it says you've been kicked from the lobby. And I try and get back in, and I can't because I've been fucking banned for a week.
You got banned for boosting. Oh
The
man.
worst thing is, he got nothing, man. He got nothing done to him. I lost. To be fair, I was only like 3rd prestige. It wasn't a huge deal,
Mm-hmm.
but it still takes a while. It's a lot of my like after school time that I've dedicated to this shit game, and just because I'm, you know, whatever. I know it's
Just because I cheated a little bit.
just because I cheated a little bit, man. Just a
Tiny little bit. Not enough. I mean, I have to do
tiny.
some.
No, it's all good. I don't need that anymore. I've got cardboard to be good at.
I'm just plugging in something.
So
Trying to plug in my out. God, I want to pull up some stuff like older Call of Duty games. See, my Xbox actually wants to turn on. Now you guys just got a perfect black screen, you know. It kind of just recaps.
Jeez. It's just gonna be me on the YouTube video, vibing out here. I'm gonna put like I don't know. I think of something funny to put in your place while you're gone.
You're making something fucking stupid. I know you already.
Put like some fucking stupid meme there or something. One of them memes like ducking GameStop. What are you gonna buy?
You should like blank my face. And merge it. Oh, my Xbox turned on. I gave it a fucking
Nice.
half-hour break.
I heard
Finally.
that shit. Let's not derail. You're not allowed to play your Xbox for like 30 minutes minimum, right? no more games.
Oh, sweet, and it's very first time too.
Like, holy shit, you're actually fucking streaming your Xbox.
It's really easy.
Turn that shit off, man.
Well, I can still talk to you.
Podcast ever.
Oh no, it's still the greatest. It's still the greatest podcast. It's still the greatest podcast ever.
Dude, I'm gonna crop that shit out. Your face cam's gonna be the only thing. Don't care.
Even if I do,
it's turning into the let's talk for 30 minutes. Then just play games.
Dude, my brain is just like it's everywhere at once. I'll just like hold up. I just want to load up one thing and then I'll turn it back off. So,
I sound like a parent. It's like turn that Xbox off right now.
turn your fucking Xbox off. We're trying to record a podcast.
Do you remember how dodgy the Xbox 360 was?
Oh, to
Like,
the startup.
what was
Oh, so fucking great.
Yeah. Like it would break down because like, oh no. I'll tell you what it was. It was built so poorly that heat, oh no. The soldering would snap apart
Yeah.
and it would stop turning on, and that's how you got Red Ring of Death. And do you remember how people would like put a towel over it and just heat it up to try and fix it? That would literally melt the solder and then harden it again, so it would like it would be snapped, then it would melt and fix itself, and that would literally fix the console. That's how scuffed it was.
Holy shit.
Back in the day, mine used to be so shit as well. I used to get electrocuted every time I turned it on. No, I'm not joking. You know the button was metal. There must have been some kind of like error on the inside, like some hardware malfunction. Because I used to click the button and it would go zzz and zap my fucking entire body every
Dude.
time I turn it on.
Dude,
So
whenever
I'd get like a sock to turn it on every time.
whenever I had to open up my disc tray, it wouldn't open like naturally if you hit the button. I had to take like a butter knife and I'd like slightly jam it inside and like pry it out and then press the button so it pushed itself out. I
can't believe we dealt with that shit. I can't believe we just sat there and took it from Microsoft.
For so long, like, dude, I had my first Xbox died. Straight up just died. Like, no Red Ring just died. They never turned on again.
Dude, exactly.
And then I forgot my password to my profile back on the Xbox, so I had to make a completely new account. I was so sad.
Dude, I'm pretty. My Xbox account is still attached to my parents' email because I made it when I was like 9.
Because I had like a 4.0 KD ratio, so I was flexing all my fucking friends in like 8th grade that I had a 4.0 KD. So when my Xbox died, man, and I found that out, my life is ruined. I was like, I can't brag about my KD anymore. Not the same.
You got to save KD on. It's fine. It's like on Rocket League. When I hit a certain rank, I'll just never play again.
You hit like, dude, you hit like the highest level in that game almost.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. The thing is, I'm gonna sound like pretentious here. The thing about that game is the highest rank is too low. If that makes sense. So like,
Yeah.
it's graded on like ranking points, and Grand Champion on the most popular game modes 2s and 3s is 15, so like 1,515.
Yeah.
There are people at like 2,000. There's people at like 2,300 right now. Like me and my friends at uni, we're like two of us are 1,600 and one of them 1,700. Like and it's all Grand Champion. Like the ranking system is so messed up that you can get 700-800 points higher than the highest rank, and like nothing will happen.
How the fuck does that make any sense? Hold on, can I fucking view the stats for this, please? Literally, it's all I'm looking for. Does it like say your fucking?
Dude, get some flashbacks. What's your favorite game for zombies?
What's my favorite game for zombies? Dude, that's hard. That is so difficult. Overall, my favorite experience, my most memorable experience with zombies was from Black Ops 1. I think it goes number 1, Black Ops 1, number 2, Black Ops 3, and number 3, Black Ops 2 zombies. Although,
jeez, my favorite's Black Ops 2 by a mile. I love that game. I don't know if that's like bias because I played it at like a time where I could play games more, so I played it like all the time.
no, it's a great game. Like, I love Black Ops 2.
Dude, Mob of the Dead was such a sick map. That's like my favorite map ever to this day.
I got the disc. I have the disc somewhere. I just tried to load it up.
Just the idea of going around Alcatraz was such a sick idea.
Oh, dude, probably my second favorite map in zombies is Mob of the Dead. Absolutely. My favorite overall, Origins.
Oh, fair, yeah.
I fucking love Origins. It's such a good map. So
playing
much
that was so freaky with the giant like stomping around.
the robots and shit too is fucking.
Yeah. It's like it proper put you in there. You felt like you were actually like in. Obviously, you're playing the game, so you are in it. But like, you actually felt like you were there.
I want to
The atmosphere
stream.
was so
I want to
sick.
stream this game. I really want to stream this game. So fucking good. That's what I'm hovering over. Doom, dude. Doom is
Doom. Oh, have you seen the the
Doom
Doom Eternal
Eternal
trailer?
coming out in 6 days, dude. I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Jeez.
I'm so ready.
Dude, that shit
This
is
game's actually really
ridiculous,
fun
that.
too. Battle Block Theater. Ever played that game?
Battle Block Fit? Nah, never heard of it.
It's really fun. Look what I had downloaded. This game's one of my favorite games ever too.
At the Game Pass, like, is that on there?
I think so.
That biggest waste of money ever. Like, the Game Pass was such a stupid purchase because basically I don't play that many games anymore. I play car football and then that's it, essentially.
Car football.
Dude, I won't even. Okay, dude. The thing about that is, it's now gotten to a point where it feels like more of a job than anything playing it. Because like you don't play it for fun after a certain point. Because I'm in like tournaments and shit, and it's like win
or get the fuck out.
Yeah, and even when you win, I don't know. It's good, but nothing will beat like the feeling of having it for the first time and seeing yourself get better. You know, fucking jumping around and shit, and being like, oh my
And
god.
then you just get so good. It's just like
now it's like, oh no, this guy's gonna dribble it across the map on his fucking car. Like, what can I do apart from read where he's going? And like, I don't know. Time to do a triple touch ceiling pinch, triple flip reset, backboard read, double touch ceiling pinch, real quick. Yeah.
This game was also really fun too, Dead Island.
What's the point? Reminds me of like all those people who played like League of Legends and got really addicted to it. Do you remember like back in the day with like the community of everyone playing League?
Oh,
dude,
don't remind me.
That game. I don't even know anything about it, but it must be addicting because people threw their lives away on that thing.
Oh. I just don't like it. You know what? I'm playing one level of Doom for this.
You're what?
I'm playing one. You're like this.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is not a podcast anymore. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Come on, let's not derail. Come on, we're still in good steadings. We've had a good conversation. It's all right.
Bring it, man.
This is what happened last time. To be fair, last time we
went with Rocket League.
We haven't recorded. We literally just like started playing Rocket League. Like,
it's there. It's still in there.
Dude, don't.
Nah,
it's still in there. I don't think we should upload. That was like completely fucking off. Just so shit.
Off the grid.
What were we even talking about? Oh no, you made a list of topics. Let's revisit. Let's revisit that. So we're talking about what happens after death. Well, I mean, by the looks of things, you put a fucking surgical mask on so you don't infect all the people at the funeral. That's what happens after death now.
I think, yeah, I'll definitely just mass spread it to old people at my funeral.
I don't think masks even do anything. People have been going around with like
surgical masks on and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's ridiculous the amount of people. Okay, I'm gonna say something. I do not want to be. Okay, this isn't racist. It is only Asian people. I've not seen one non-Asian person with a surgical mask, but that's because, like, okay, for one, it must be something to do with the culture. Like, they like keeping themselves, not dead, which I can respect, but I don't know if that's a race-wide thing. But it must be like, keeping yourself clean. That kind of. Another thing is China as a whole, the country, have been so like they've been so on top of everything in trying to contain the virus.
Mm-hmm. But like,
and I don't know if that's like translated to people with like Chinese relatives.
Yeah,
because I imagine a lot of the people who in this country and in your country have relatives in China. It would make sense.
Oh,
I don't know if that's like translated.
No, yeah, absolutely it is.
In Wuhan, I saw a figure. In Wuhan, the amount of cases in the entire last week increased by 15, whereas at its peak, it was like 15,000. And they were like celebrating it. And they couldn't have done that if the Chinese weren't so like stringent about, their procedures and everything.
Yeah.
to protect themselves. This country, mate, in this country, if you have the coronavirus, there's going to be one guy who gets it and is going like, right, let's see how many people I can off. Let's see how many people I can cough on and infect.
In fact,
Yeah.
there's always
Yeah.
some person that's good.
There's
Like,
mate, there was a story. I keep saying there was a story. I've read a bunch of stories in recent times. To be honest, there was a Japanese guy who got the virus and said to his family, "I'm going to spread the virus." Like he literally said those words and then went out and coughed on people on the subway and things like that for the sole intention of just making everyone ill. And like, I don't know why you do that. You know, it's all fun and games joking. Actually, do it. It's the most sadistic thing. It's like people would have HIV and infect people on purpose.
literally, they found out they have HIV. Like, I can't get rid of my HIV. Let me go give other people HIV so people know how
If
it
I
feels.
can't live past 40, neither can anyone else who's willing to sleep with me.
Giving out.
So if I get HIV, everyone's safe. You know
Or
what I'm saying?
most of the time, they don't even tell people. Whoever's infected, they just don't say anything. You're like, yeah, I'm good.
Mm.
And then you find out like a week
It's
later.
against the law. There's like a law against it in there of knowingly passing it on.
So Spain is actually shutting down.
I feel like they should do something.
They're not.
Is it really? What's
Spain,
similar to Italy?
Spain is locking down. Yeah, pretty much.
God, well, I mean, to be fair, they are quite close to Italy, aren't they? Still, like, God, that's crazy. Oh, I saw a video earlier of it was like the street in Rome that's usually packed with tourists and things, and it was completely empty. It was so creepy. It's
Just
like the middle
because
of the day. Yeah, it's the middle of the day. It's like a fucking. It's like post-apocalyptic. It's like something you'd see in a fucking. I don't even know, like a Walking Dead game. Like there was just no one.
It's just empty, dude. Everywhere is just
Yeah,
I mean,
creepy.
everywhere that isn't a grocery store right now is just fucking deserted. Nothing going on. Nothing.
Even grocery stores. To be fair, I think like the thing about grocery stores is people just head in there right at the crack of dawn to kill their toilet paper and pasta, and then just fuck off.
And they just leave.
Like I went there earlier. There was like the workers, and there was like one other person.
No pasta or anything. Like I really didn't stock up for food.
Oh, no, because you know I've been coughing today. I had to go to the shop, but I was like, right, I will stay away from everyone. I'll do self service. I was like looking at I was in the what's it bread aisle, I guess. You get bread.
Bread, yeah.
And I had to cough, so I got like that with my shirt, and I went, and there was another guy who was walking down the aisle. he turned around without getting anything and walked away from me.
The second
Everyone's just, dude. The second I went,
everyone just evacuated. That's the same exact thing.
Like, I've not coughed in a while. I feel like I don't have it.
Okay, so I don't have a cough. I don't have a cough or anything, right? So I did the same thing, and I went to a Target. I went into an aisle that was like really, really crowded. I was with one of my friends, right? We were fucking, I don't know where I was, but like we went into that aisle because we needed something out of the aisle. It was like the soda aisle, but it was all like congested up with people who were just stocking up their stuff. So I just said to my friend, I just said it really loud, so just like everybody would hear me, but like it sounded like I was talking to them, and like I acted like they wouldn't hear me. I was like, yeah, dude, I recently just got back from my trip to Wuhan. The second I said that, bro, everyone cleared out so fast. I was like, yeah, dude, last week's trip to Wuhan was unbelievable. It's beautiful.
Oh, there. Dude, yeah. Oh, mate, when I went back from that coughing contest with the Wuhanese, that was sick, man. That was amazing. Dude, it is scary though.
It's not scary. It's just people are just making it.
Like, I'll tell you what. It's like just it did settle into me like the gravity of the situation when I first went to the shop and like all the shelves were gone. That this was like affecting everything, and also like the travel ban that Trump has put on the UK. I'm going to America. Was it May? No, March now. So like that's April, May, June, July. So 5 months from now, I'm supposed to be on a plane. If this travel ban isn't lifted by then, I pray I get corona and die because I will not be happy.
I think it should be.
I hope so.
Where in America are you going
to? LA.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Well, it's because Morgan wanted to
That's right.
go
That's right.
somewhere
That's right.
for like her birthday. The stupid thing is she's turning 21, so he's like, "Oh, we can drink now." We're going there like before she turns 21, so she can't. I'm gonna have to get like a fake ID or something because that's what I've been thinking. Is American bartenders won't give a second thought to an English driving license. So if I get like a shitty made fake one, it should still work.
Even that,
If you know
or
what I mean.
I'm gonna buy liquor and ship it to you.
Oh yeah, but well, no, like bars and stuff. Like it's gonna be kind of dead if I can't
Oh
buy
yeah.
anything. Because that's the worst thing about America, in my opinion. It's the fact that you guys can't drink until you're 21.
Oh yeah.
It's like
No.
I'm younger than Morgan, and I can just go out and get a fucking bottle of vodka if I want to. No, because like as you should be able to. 'Cause people start drinking when they're like 14. Like, not all of us. Not yours truly. I was 16. I was a
You're
good boy.
six. You're 16 before you started drinking.
Yeah. Well, no, because I hadn't really been to like a house party before. Because okay, for one, I just don't like parties and shit like that.
Really?
I like it when there's a lot of people that I like there, but when it's a bunch of random people that I've never seen before, like fuck that. I can't be bothered. No, thank you.
I hate bars and stuff now. I just don't.
Same with the clubs. Like I like clubs when I'm there, like having a good time with my friends, with people that I know. So like if I'm there with like I don't know. Okay, now I went to a club with like my flatmate and all of her friends
Yeah.
a while ago, and I barely knew anyone. So I ended up like drifting a little bit, and I was just kind of on my own.
We were just like,
Luckily, I had another friend who went to the same club, and I met up with him. But like before then, I literally felt so like I don't know. It's like fucking. It's boredom, really. So I'm there, like there's a bunch of circles of people who are enjoying themselves dancing and shit, and then I'm just sitting there in the middle going,
like, yeah, not exactly with it. Nah, I ain't really big with the club scene either
"That's what
nowadays,
it is."
man. I don't know. I'm not big in the clubbing. I'd rather just get fucked up with the boys.
Nice one, man.
Just keep it at home. We can't really watch sports though, because they're kind of all fucking banned at the moment. There's nothing to watch.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's what it
Dude, the
is.
Premier League got suspended. I'm pretty sure. Um, like the football,
Ev-
the real football
yeah,
league.
it's been
Yeah,
suspended. It has to be.
it must be, yeah, because every single match, and there's like hundreds in a year. Every single match has
Yeah,
like you know tens of thousands of people watching in the stands.
they're shutting that shit down, dude. No doubt.
Can't do anything about it. Can
There's no XFL, which is like a new football league or American football league that just opened up in
they?
America. That's like competing with the NFL, National American Football League. I don't call it. I have to call it American football. I can't call it football just because like football is fucking Europe's. It's all yours. It's your shit.
It annoys the entire world.
It's
I mean,
yours.
if you want to be like okay with it, you can call it football and then call real football like football.
No, I'm not calling real
Like
football. I'm not calling American football football because you barely use your fucking
good
feet
man,
in the
good man.
sport.
We had a lecturer. We had a lecturer. He was like he talked like a fucking robot. like he kind of like just spitted out all of his notes at us. And at one point, he gave us like an example. Because in maths, there's a bunch of like examples and shit. Like, oh, Terry went and bought 80 mangoes from the store. How much did each mango cost, or whatever?
Hate those math.
Yeah, yeah. And he gave us this problem, and he said that Jerry is a soccer player. And the entire lecture theatre started booing him.
Just because he said soccer player.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That how someone's. I said he was like robotics. Someone said that he changed his settings from from English to American.
Why isn't American football
Poor
called
guy.
soccer? Just for the name. It doesn't like soccer doesn't really mean anything, but like in terms of calling our like I don't understand. There's only
To be fair,
two
what
times.
what's
There's only three
okay? Right.
plays in all football. You use your feet. American football, you use your feet in. You either kick a field goal, you punt the ball, or you kick off. That's the
It's
only.
not even a ball. It's like an egg. It's like an egg. It's like
But here's the thing, right? That's the only three plays in the game that involve your feet. The rest of it is hands, legs, coordination. Doesn't involve you kicking the ball around. You can't use your feet. So why the
it's
fuck you
weird.
calling
I
it
don't know.
football?
People have been arguing about this for decades. I don't know what. I've got no idea. Well, I mean,
There's a lot of stupid
people can
shit.
call sports whatever they want. Like, what else are you going to call it? Oh no, to be fair, it's very similar to rugby here.
Yeah, it's very very similar. I kind of
I don't know why you call it American rugby. That would make a lot of sense. But American football, I don't get it. American football would be like soccer, but with fucking
Americans
helmets and shit on. Like,
safety
you know?
helmets.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't all those players get like brain damage when they're older?
Oh yeah, they get like their brains like deteriorate and stuff like that. I know that happened with Aaron Hernandez. He like he was a player. He was a tight end for like the Patriots. He was accused of multiple murders and he killed himself in prison because
Well, I mean,
he wasn't getting out anytime soon. But
Jesus.
like apparently like I forgot what it's called. It's a CDE they call it, where your brain after it gets rocked so many different times, it just gets to a point where it just turns into jello and like a lot of mental
Yeah, it's
health
because
issues.
it like bumps around in your skull, right? And then the sides of it get squished.
Yeah,
I guess is the best way to describe it. That's so freaky. That's
what it's called.
they wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, it's called CTE. It's called a chronic traumatic like something. I don't know how to pronounce that last word, but it involves like it's a brain disease that it's like found in athletes and like veterans and shit like that. It pretty much just like kills brain cells in your head. It just makes you kind of retarded.
A bit like this podcast, you know.
Yeah, no, literally, like CTE is in this podcast.
If you want to kill your brain cells, you have to tune in next.
Tune in for next episode. We'll teach you how to do that there.
Dude, well, I mean, God, we need a topic for next episode. Today was kind of fire because we have a global pandemic that's killing thousands to talk about.
That to talk about. It's only killed what 5,700 people.
Yeah, no, it's not actually killed that many, has it? Well, that's the thing. It's been around for a couple months at most.
Yeah.
When you think about it, you know how long everything's been going on for. It's not
The
really.
UK reports 10 more deaths. Damn. Well, in the UK are dropping flies.
Oh, dude, yeah, no. Like yesterday, we had like 10 deaths, and today we have like 21. It was ridiculous. It's doubled in a day. That's kind of 10 doesn't seem like a lot, but if you think about percentages, same thing happened with Italy, didn't it? It had like 1,000 deaths a day.
So is Spain.
Hmm.
Spain had like 1,500 deaths. Oh, 1,500 new cases, not deaths.
Oh, okay. Don't end your stream for any purpose because people are having trouble starting new streams now.
But I will in a few minutes. Eventually.
Oh yeah, when we end, but like not before.
Yeah. I'm just looking.
Didn't TwitchCon get cancelled as well, or was that something else? Well, if it hasn't already, then it fucking will be.
It's like apparently mass spreading. Italy has 21,000 cases.
That's a lot of cases, though. Like, I think the UK's only got about 500. I think. Let me check.
White House says Trump tested negative for COVID-19. Did anybody fucking ask? Like, is this what we're worrying about right now? This fucking old ass 73-year-old fucking clown who's close to death anyway.
Oh,
Sick
I got
or
sent
not?
a link. Saying that he had earlier, and I clicked on it, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't a news source. Give me a sec. I'll send it to you. Open it at your own risk. That's all I'll say.
I'm gonna open it through my Discord. You sent it to me.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll work on Discord. If you send it to someone on their phone, it acts like.
The hell you just cut out for me. Oh God. Okay. All right.
Morgan sent me that earlier. I was in public when I opened that. For those of you who are watching, it's a link that says it's a news article saying Donald Trump's been tested positive for coronavirus.
We can't show that one. It just
And it
straight.
we won't show it. It sends you to a picture of a a big naked black man with quite the appendage.
It's
Is
just
what I'll say.
dangling, dude. It's dangling.
It certainly is. Let's see. Oh god. Okay, 1,140 cases in the UK.
Yeah, 1,700 cases in America.
So that's not a huge amount though, because I checked in my city or the city I'm living right now. There's only 4 cases out of like what I don't even know, like 500,000 people. So when I was started coughing this morning, I was like, wait, no, surely it's got to be something else.
How about, dude? There's a fucking Tennessee man who has over 17,000 bottles of sanitizer. Like, like, huh?
he's the one man who's buying all this sanitizer. God,
Bro, I would just sell all that shit off.
what is he planning on doing?
Why is he just keeping it all for himself? That's just batshit crazy.
I mean, how old is he? Realistically, everyone's okay at 50. Like, I don't know if you've seen the actual statistics of the death rates, but it was like 0.2% for 0 to 30 years old, and it goes up to like 0.5% for 30 to 40. 40 to 50 is like about 1%, and then it jumps up to 5% for 50 to 60. Then like higher than that, it just fucking goes higher and higher. But you know, if you're under 50, then it's tiny the amount of people who die.
If you're over 50, struggling.
Yeah, that is yeah. I think 80 and over is like 14%. That is like
Really low for
that is
old people.
well, still that's kind of scary. Imagine if you're an 8-year-old and you're just fucking minding your business, and then suddenly you're told, yeah, you've got a 15% chance of dying. Like,
That'd be kind of scary.
just think back about it. Like thinking about it, it's kind of even if someone told me I had a 1% chance of dying, that's too much. I don't want a 1% chance of dying, but that's what you get if you get it. And it's like, yeah, 0.2% for people my age. That's what, 1 in 1,000, I think, something like that. No, like 1 in 500. That's more than I would like, you know.
Just
Because what if I'm that
I
one
would.
percent?
How about just like a 0% dying? That'd be pretty cool too. But there's still a 15%.
Hang on, let me check death rates. Check mortality. Oh god, it's gone up by from 2%. It's 3.4%.
Oh shit!
Oh, and in Wuhan it was 5%. What? I guess that makes a bit more sense.
So 1 out of every 20 people die.
That's like, ugh. No, the thing is, they have no treatments for it, do they? Because like flu and stuff, they give.
There's no vaccine or anything.
Yeah. Oh, there is a
Yeah,
flu vaccine, isn't there?
yeah.
Why is it we don't get given that?
Is there a flu? No shit. There's a fucking flu vaccine. There's not.
Yeah, but why don't we get given it then? Because I swear you can only get it if you're old or you like buy it.
I think
You
like
definitely don't get given it for free. Well, like they don't force it on you anyway.
no, either like no. You don't have to get your flu shot if you don't want to.
Because I know I had my what's it called, the MMR, but it's like rubella. I had
Measles.
that.
Measles.
Yeah, I had my measles once and rubella. Like that was something that they're like, oh, you must have this, and they just give it you.
You must take this. It's like
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, exactly. Like it's one of them ones where you've got. It's like
Look at
oh,
that question.
have you heard about organ donation? I don't. This does like tie into what we're talking about. That's like similar, I guess. The way they're trying to make it, like there's campaigns and stuff to make that an opt-out system. So you're like put down as you will donate your organs unless you call them up to say that you don't want that to happen. Kind of fire, in my opinion.
Oh god. I know. There's a lot. Okay. I just looked up like what's the most lethal virus you can get.
The lethal virus.
Most lethal virus you can get right now is Ebola. Number 2 is Marburg. Number 3 is hantavirus.
Yeah, but you're not going to get Ebola, are you? Because you don't live in sub-Saharan Africa. Yeah, you're not surrounded by parasites and mosquitoes and shit. Wait, isn't malaria the most deadly disease in the world?
I don't think
It
so.
might be the most. I think it is. Yeah, the most deadly.
Let me look up most deadly. Most deadly virus in history. The Marburg virus? The fuck?
Not necessarily a virus, though. You could like think about diseases and stuff as well. Oh no, okay. Oh no, I'll tell you what it was. It's like malaria's killed the most people, like in history, in total.
Marburg virus disease. Called MVD, formerly very often fatal illness. Holy shit, it has an 88% lethality rate.
Wait, what's this?
It's called the Marburg virus, something like that. I was literally just looking at it.
88%.
88%.
So if you get this, you are going to die.
If you have a 12% chance of surviving, yeah. You have a 12% chance of being okay. There's nothing they can do about it. Apparently, it's like really painful too. Ebola is the worst though. You bleed out of your fucking orifices.
That's weird, man. That's like out of a horror film.
Oh, literally, like out of your eyes, out of your nose, out of your mouth, out of your fingernails.
Like, nose and mouth, I understand, but eyes really freaked me out when I heard about that. You bleed out your scalp as well, like the pores in your head, like every single part of your body just starts bleeding.
Oh yeah, and you can't do anything about it.
God. Oh no, rabies is another one that freaks me out. When I first heard about like actually, because it used to be like, oh, that funny disease where you froth out your mouth, but like when you hear about what actually happens to people,
I have no idea.
freaky.
I never really like looked into rabies.
Basically, you get like a chronic fear of water. Like I don't know how it works, but if someone tries to give you water, you will like want to, you'll hit it away. You'll stop them from feeding you it. And if you do drink water, it like burns you and like you get like seizures and shit. It's just strange, and there's no cure for it.
No.
I'll have a look.
Let me take a look at rabies. One more disease I'm hopping off for the night. Get some sleep. I worked a long day today. Rabies is a disease.
It's kind of good, I think, because like the longer you talk, the longer you look at these extra diseases, the more coronavirus seems like not that bad, I guess.
Rabies is a viral disease that causes inflammation of the brain in humans and other mammals. Sometimes damn, it causes painful death. Damn. In rare cases, it can vary from 10 days to 2 years if like you don't notice and die from it. So it can be lingering around for 2 years and you don't even know about
it can chill out. That's a lot of viruses though. They can just chill out in your body for ages before they actually show themselves.
The incubation period.
It's what freaked me out about. Viruses are like the strangest things. Like just in general. I remember learning out of them in school when I was like fucking 12 or something, but they're like they're not living things, but they act like living things, I guess. Let's Google, are viruses alive? I'm pretty sure that
Ebolas are
like,
rare, but I'll let you hear this in a second too. Ebola is a rare but deadly virus that causes fever, body aches, and diarrhea alongside vomiting and sometimes bleeding inside and outside of the body. As the virus spreads to the body, it damages the immune system and organs. Ultimately, it causes levels of blood clotting cells to drop. This leads to severe, uncontrollable bleeding. So you pretty much just bleed to death. The virus is done with you.
So the virus comes in. It's like, right then, you see all this blood? Let's evict it out this body. See them blood cells? Let's
Without
move them somewhere
like
else.
how does that work without like cutting yourself?
It's like it goes through your pores and shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it like gets to the surface of your skin and then just makes everything red and then it leaks. It's just, ooh, it's horrible.
Later, a person may experience, oh, you can vomit and cough blood. You can vomit blood.
I'll tell you one thing. I hope that happens though. With all this panic, there's so much of my stuff at uni has been cancelled that if they make us do exams now, I will be so angry. I'll be so pissed. Like I'm not in any state to do. Like we're supposed to have exams in like a month and a half,
Yeah.
and I know nothing because we've had, for one, we've had strikes on because like, and there are plans in place to like catch up, I guess, from the strikes, which would have been next week. Like everyone, gets their heads down, catches up on the last few weeks, and then we're back to normal.
Yeah.
But now we can't do that because the virus just stopped everyone from going into lectures.
It stopped
And
everything.
I have a tutor who's got symptoms, so he's not coming in for like a week. So even like the small gatherings of tutors, like tutorials and seminars and things like that, the tiny things that maybe 5 or 6 people, even though they are allowed to happen, they're not happening because all the fucking teachers are gone. So I know one university in Scotland, the University of Edinburgh, have already said they're not going to do exams. Mate, I sound like a fucking child, but I genuinely like would be so angry if they still made us do them without any kind of support system or anything like that. There's a petition as well to stop them from happening. It's got like thousands of signatures.
That's crazy, dude.
Honestly,
We're going crazy. I'll wrap up here in a second. Take a phone call. But
oh sure,
I know. Fortunately, I do. But
it's
for
been a
real, man,
wild ride.
it's been a wild. Spanish flu was pretty.
It's been quite serious. It's been a very serious conversation this time, rather than all the jokes.
You know what's pretty crazy? I'm looking back too. I'm just
Mm.
going back to like all the history. Holy, 50 million people died with the Spanish flu.
It's crazy, isn't it? Well, it's because they had no they didn't know what the fuck was going on back then, did they? Sat back and like, oh, we see all these people dying. Fuck it, death time. Might fuck around and die later on. Same thing with the. Do you remember the plague? Okay,
The bubonic plague. I'm literally looking at it right now.
Fucking stupid ass sentence. Do you remember the plague?
Do you remember the plague?
That plague that happened back when we were both alive. The other week, that plague that happened. No, oh god, there was they didn't know like what was causing it, so they had like mass gatherings of people to like discuss what was happening, and that would just make it spread more. The plague was freaky. That was one that was like, it's not a virus, but it was still scary.
Scary shit, dude.
Because they had no treatments for it because it was like 4 billion years ago. Except, oh yeah, let's sniff some lavender or like do 10 push-ups or like drink a gallon of milk. Like they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
They had no idea what was going on, bro. They had no medical. Black Death was just like, all right, this might work. Here you go. Just kidding. No, it's not. You're probably.
That's the thing. What scared me a little was there's still cases of the plague like happening today because it was never eradicated or anything like that.
It's never been eradicated.
Yeah. No, but obviously we can treat it now. But that's really weird to think that you technically could get the fucking plague. Even imagine coronavirus is all the rage. How embarrassing it must be to contract the plague right now. How embarrassing would it be to get like the 2000 right now?
There's like so many pictures of just like people that made art back when the plague was a thing. So many dead bodies stacked on.
Yeah, there's like piles and piles of it. It reminded me of I don't know if you've seen them like historic images of when all those Jews
freaked the fuck
like
out of me.
piles and piles and piles of body. Yeah, they're fucking weird to look at.
You know what
But
else are really
it's
weird?
the same kind of idea.
Look
Yeah.
at
What?
plague doctors. Look up plague doctors. You ever seen what they look
I,
like?
I, I, yeah, with the nose hook,
Yeah.
nose that, yeah, the pelican-looking fuckers, or whatever you call them, crows, I guess. I don't know. They were no, they did that because like they put lavender and like herbs and shit inside there, so that they'd smell them at all times, and they thought that would stop them from getting the plague. But they would go around and like talk to plague victims and shit,
Yeah.
and they'd like, and then they'd all die, and people would be like, "Wait, why are they dying?"
Probably all died anyway.
Yeah, like, it's ridiculous.
Oh man, that is rough. Yeah, to die from the Black Death. Cause don't like big fucking like cysts form on you and stuff.
Yeah. There's like boils and cysts and spots and pus and everything all over your body. Actually, it's disgusting. Like, I don't know how badly your body can malfunction like that. That would just happen. It is actually
Well,
disgusting.
I'm closing out of this shit. I'm looking at fucking, I'm done looking at death for the night.
Oh, dude, could be getting nightmares again. Like
I
when we were
hope
little.
so. Yeah, literally.
Dude. I find it like in general. I just find it strange how badly the human body can get fucked up by these little
By these
little
little ass
bastards.
fucking
These,
particles.
these little pricks who just yeah, these little particles who just make their way in and do
They're
their
like,
thing.
they're like, haha, asshole, I'm in control now.
Yeah, they don't know any better.
They're just there because they're there.
they're just sitting around, you know, like
Doing
it's like, oh, this
fucking.
is a nice warm place to live. It's
I
like
just,
oh no, okay, this is kind of like similar, but the one thing that I would the one thing I would never wish this to happen to anyone, to be have one of them parasite, like one of them fucking parasitic worms.
oh, it just goes through your like intestinal
Yeah,
tract.
yeah, yeah. No, well, not even one of them, but like you know, the one oh, there's like I saw a video on like just like you know when you're on a YouTube binge, the most bullshit videos, and it was
Yeah.
like the top 10 most dangerous parasites in the world or something. There was this one in like Sudan or something where you step on it. If you walk around in barefoot and you step on it, it buries through your foot. I'm
Oh,
shivering just talking about it. It buries through your foot, like goes through your leg, and it just lives under your skin.
oh,
And it grows by just feasting on your flesh, and it can grow up to like 2 meters long. And the
oh.
only way to get rid of it, is to find one of the ends, slit your body open, and pull it out really, really, really slowly. Because if you pull it out and it breaks, it doesn't die. It continues living with the piece that you've just ripped off. All
Missing.
right. Yeah. So and it can grow back. So this fucking parasite, if you don't pull it out with extreme precision, even if you leave like a millimeter of them in there, it will fucking grow back and kill you. It's it's the most freaky thing. Like I'd much rather get any material than have a fucking worm in me.
Holy
It's
fuck.
like I saw a video of a spider getting killed and a fucking worm crawled out of it. It's disgusting. It's
It's
actually the
literally
most
it just pops out.
parasites are the worst thing on this planet. I don't even care. Like people are scared of spiders or whatever. Like don't know the half of it. These little worms are oh good. And there's ones that get in your ear and go in your fucking brain and like through your eyes.
Holy
There's
shit.
like there's these tiny ones that get into like the brains of wasps and control them from the inside.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've
Yeah.
seen those before. I heard of those.
God, it's I don't even like talking about it. It just freaks me out.
Oh god. I'm looking up some parasites now.
Oh yeah, man.
There's one called I don't know how to say this. I'm gonna call it Naegleria fowleri. It's
I think that's one of the ones that I read.
commonly known as a brain-eating amoeba, or as a
Oh,
single cell.
yummy. Let's
Is
go.
a single cell and free living and thrives in warm bodies of water. This parasite can cause a rare brain infection called I'm not gonna try to pronounce that, which causes severe brain inflammation. So just eat your fucking brain from the inside.
I can't.
Yeah,
I
nope,
can't.
nope. I think my time here is up.
Yeah, dude, I don't fucking blame you.
Ooh.
Just imagine you're minding your business, and then a doctor tells you there is a fucking worm in your brain. I can't be bothered. That is just not. That is just not it at all. Make me feel weird, man. I feel like I need to deep cleanse my head.
I need to like deep cleanse my body with just drinking bleach or something.
Shall we call the podcast here?
I'm
It's
gonna call.
right over an hour.
I'm gonna call it. Call it in like an hour and a
Yeah.
half. I'm calling it. Nope, calling it.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for came in. Really hope you enjoyed the last 10-15 minutes.
Oh, dude, mate, if anyone's listening through this without turning off, fucking weird, mate. You are freaky.
You're get it. You need to go.
Go to a doctor, mate. You fucking weirdo.
You fucking freak if you stayed to this.
Oh,
Supplied
right,
you all
no.
with nightmare fuel. Nope, I'm done with that. Nope.
Oh, I just rubbed my eye and I felt weird, like there's a worm in there. Ah!
Well,
Thanks for watching, guys.
good night,
Peace.
stream. Good night, stream.